Well, paid firefighters, they are walking off the job for an hour today amid stalled negotiations with their employer, Fire and Emergency New Zealand, or FENZ. The union says efforts to progress bargaining have failed, while FENZ has applied for facilitation through the Employment Relations Authority. FENZ says people calling 111 during the strike should expect delays. National Secretary of the New Zealand Professional Firefighters Union, Wattie joins us now. Kia ora, good morning. What has brought you to the point where a strike is necessary?
Well, FENZ refused to come to bargaining because they'd put in that application. We were scheduled to meet with them last week where they could have tabled the offer that they say they have. We'd put on notice of the strike because FENZ, the only offer we've received was on June 13. The 99% of the members have overwhelmingly rejected that offer. They've had months to come back with an amended offer. The union has changed its position during that time. Our members are fed up. They've had enough. FENZ needs to come to the table, present the offer, make sufficient progress so we can get this deal done.
So the offer you got back in June, how far apart are you? What are the sticking points there in terms of what you're after and what they're offering?
Well, firstly, their offer in June had virtually nothing in it other than a very small pay increase. It didn't even reflect all the issues that FENZ had brought to the table as part of their claims that we spent 8 days discussing back in September. So their offer was a very stripped down, essentially very little else than a meagre pay increase. There is a lot to resolve, and I think the public are starting to see that. We've got issues around trucks, we've got issues around staffing, we've got issues around health and safety, mental health. We don't have enough staff in the 111 emergency call centre. FENZ agreed with that. That was even part of their claims. We almost had a cross-claim that was very, very similar. They didn't put that in their offer. You know, this is just ridiculous, and we've waited months for some movement.
What was the pay offer?
Well, the pay offer was just over 5% over 5 years. FENZ says it was over 3. Our members haven't had a pay increase since July 2023. Their offer is a sinking lid one. 2% kicks in for the first year, but only at the point that it's ratified, so that's less than 1% now. And then it was, and essentially it worked out to, which is now less than 1% per year.
So this will end up being argued out through the Employment Relations Authority, will it?
Well, FENZ is determined to have it that way. We just want them to come to the table, drop that action where it's facilitation. Facilitation doesn't resolve the dispute or the bargaining. Facilitation is you have an authority member look at the information, determine what they want to see and hear, determine what the parties should be doing. They then produce some recommendations. Those recommendations aren't binding, and then your only option is to continue bargaining.
Right, so you're back around the table again.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the strike action today, and of course members of the public will be worried about public safety. You know, do they need to be worried?
Yeah, they do. It's a really serious step for all of our members to walk off the job for an hour. But the public also need to understand that FENZ had the opportunity to stop this by coming to bargaining last week, but FENZ has also had 14 days to prepare and organise contingencies. Every day that the NZPFU is not striking, there are uncontrolled and unpredicted impacts or stoppages to the services created by FENZ's failure to properly resource the fire service with proper working, reliable trucks, sufficient staff, and a whole lot of other resourcing. So yes, for an hour today, it is pretty scary for everyone, including our members. But the reality is FENZ rolls the dice daily anyway on that service.
If there is a life or death emergency, what happens?
They ring 111 like they always do, and there will be a contingency in place. There will be volunteer brigades that are responding. We've also got volunteers that are coming on the pickets with us today. They are also in agreement with the dire state that FENZ is in. People just need to, be cautious, and if there's fire, get out, ring 111 and wait for help to come.
Thanks for your time this morning. Wattie National Secretary of the New Zealand Professional Firefighters Union.